Do you remember what we talked about last time in our podcast?
No.
I'm shocked. You remember talking about rejoicing in your persecution?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today.
All right.
It's from Matthew.
On this video podcast. Stay tuned. Today we're going to be reading, or you're going to be reading a Bible verse.
Am I?
Yeah, and we're going to discuss how it relates to today's life.
Okay.
And your life and the world.
So this is one of the Beatitudes. Remember when we talked about the Beatitudes?
The Beatitude.
The Beatitudes.
Not the BS attitude. The
The
Beatitude.
That's right. So this is Matthew 5:10 through 12.
Thank you, Matthew.
And it says, "Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven, for in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you."
Yeah, amen on that one, right?
Yeah, is that what you say? Because do you remember we talked about this in the last podcast?
We did?
Well, I said that we're supposed to rejoice in our persecutions.
Right.
And you said we are? I don't know if I believe that one.
Right.
Do you believe it now?
I don't know about rejoicing, but
Well,
I like the beginning part where it
Isn't that
said,
what it
"Blessed are
said?
you being persecuted," when you talk about me, right? When you talk about God and stuff like that. That's mostly about back then when all the Christians were getting murdered. And,
Yeah, but
Right.
it still happens. Well, it still happens, especially in other countries, more or less, that people are murdered for their faith. But
Sure.
also, we're still made. Weren't you ever like made fun of or kind of persecuted for
me? Everybody loved me. Are you kidding?
Oh, I know.
they-
I know.
I was so short in school, in high school.
Who cares if you were short?
They made fun of me.
That's your big excuse for everything. You were short.
I
I've
was
been
tiny.
short my whole life.
I was 4'11", 99 pounds in high school, and they picked on me like
So what?
you pick your nose.
But and I never pick my nose, so they must have never
They
picked on
made
it.
fun of me. Thank goodness when they found out my last name, they stayed away from me because I had big brothers. Thank you, brothers. John, Stephen, Paul, Patrick. Even my sister would kick your butt.
Just depending on this. I'm sure Ann would. Teresa would too.
And then we got Rosemary Robert would be behind me. And Eileen was behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
They could probably kick butt too, huh?
oh, they could now, though. Because they're younger now.
Now they're younger than you. Now they can really kick butt, right?
So, yes, I
But
did
it
get
says
picked
right
on.
here,
Yeah.
rejoice
Uh-huh.
and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. So
Right.
the Bible is telling you to rejoice in your persecution.
To read you.
So you're saying, well, I don't know if I should rejoice. In my
I
persecution.
would take
I know
it.
it's hard.
I think I would take that as, don't worry about it. I'm with you. God is with you.
Well, that's not what God says here. He doesn't say, don't worry about it. I got it. Well, he doesn't say, don't worry about it, because great is your reward in heaven. He says, rejoice and be glad,
Okay.
because great is your reward in heaven.
Okay. All right.
He does.
That's hard. That'll be hard to do when somebody's picking on you.
It is hard to do.
when you're surrounded
But
by
again, I
three
think we
ninja
go back
warriors.
I think we go back to that we are not made for this earth.
Right. Ah,
We're made for
okay.
heaven,
Mhm,
right?
Right.
And great is our reward in heaven.
And we're just here on earth to spread the good word.
That's right.
And,
Rather we get persecuted. Jesus was persecuted too.
that's right. They beat him up big time, and then they crucified him.
Right. And they told him that he wasn't the Son of God.
That's right.
They didn't believe him.
Uh-huh.
They persecuted everything he did. When he helped like the I can't even think of what it's called. When he helped the the lady at the well, they persecuted him because he wasn't supposed to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Because she was, I think, wasn't she like a prostitute or something?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was, making fun of her. And then he turned around, hey, you were with her last night, weren't you? And you, too, over there.
I don't think that's where the story went.
So,
that's
who's going to throw the first rock now? I'm going to tell your wife. And boy, they got the heck out of there.
Mark has his own version of the Bible. You should write the Mark's version of the Bible.
And she was like, "Thank you, Lord."
No,
Jesus.
but Jesus, befriended her.
Yes, he did.
And they mocked him for that. They said that he shouldn't do that. They basically told him what friends he should have.
Sure.
And I think people do that today too. And people tell us, that we're crazy for having our beliefs, because why would we believe in a God that allows that makes things happen, which he doesn't make them happen, but he allows them to happen but we're in a fallen world, right?
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
And we talked about the first sin last time.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that sin in this fallen world, these bad things happen.
That is true.
And he does allow it to happen. He doesn't make it happen.
Very good.
Yeah.
So,
but he can turn it all into
we're going to have to try to rejoice when we're being picked on.
And it's hard.
Uh-huh.
It's hard. Have you ever been through something hard?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Besides marrying me?
No.
No, nothing else. Just that.
Of course.
Did you pray for patience before you married me and God gave you me? To test it on?
He only gives you what you can handle.
That's what I've heard.
And I can handle you. So is he telling us here in the Bible, Matthew, right?
Yes.
Just to rejoice when we're being picked on about talking about him, about Jesus, or everything, every time we get picked on?
Well, in this verse, at least, he's talking about when we're being persecuted for his name.
For him, yeah.
Because great is our reward in heaven for that.
Because a lot of that was going on back then, and it still does today.
Right.
So,
Right. Like, I remember in school, kind of being like, I don't know, I tried to walk in a narrow way, but, I failed a lot. But
what does that mean? Like, try to fit in?
No, I tried to follow God's way. Tried to not, maybe not, flip the bird as much as maybe all the other kids did. Or
tweet.
I don't know, whatever we did back then that was, out of line. Cheat.
Right. Like on test, or not on your boyfriend, though, right?
If I would have had one, yes, I wouldn't have cheated on him.
And you went to a small school?
I went to a really tiny school.
And then in the middle
and nobody liked me.
Middle of Iowa.
In the middle of Iowa. I was just thinking about that today, because our daughter now, we live in the same place, but our daughter now goes to a bigger high school. It's not big, but it's, I would have done anything to go to that high school when I was young. It's because there were only 21
so
of us.
This one is a good one for young people going to school everything.
It is a good one.
Because they have a lot of bullying around, right?
They do.
See, as you get to our age, we like, man, we don't care what they think.
Right.
Right?
Well, and you don't have to, I think when you get, I don't know. See, when I worked outside the home, that was a real shock to me, how people still talk about people so much, even as adults. And if you have to keep those circles, it's hard. Mm-hmm. If you don't get along with the circles that you have to keep because of your job or your, I don't know, church or whatever it is. Right. But especially at your job, I think it's hard because you kind of have to, you're kind of stuck.
Sure, yeah.
And, if those people are making fun of you for what you believe, it's hard. But,
but
we're told to
stick
rejoice
with it. Stick what you believe.
Because what is, stick with the truth. I think it all comes, again, it comes back to the truth.
Right.
Just because somebody else doesn't believe what you believe doesn't mean it's not the truth.
That's for true. It's true.
Billy Graham said that once. I'm stealing it from Billy.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Billy. He said that once, and I was like, that is so true.
Very good.
Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it's not true.
That's right.
And we could say that with a lot of things that are going on right now.
Ooh, baby, yeah.
You know,
A lot of things.
girls are girls, boys are boys.
That's right. It's a mixed up world. It's a shook up world.
It is a shook up world, but
So is Lola.
God, but God didn't make any mistakes with
No.
us. He didn't,
Right.
you know, not know what he was doing when he made us,
Right.
how he made us.
That's right. I mean, sometimes he breaks the mold. Sometimes when he's created like people
Right.
like you, I mean,
Absolutely.
'cause you are the best, you know.
Right. Well, yeah, you can't have more than one of me.
Now,
Couldn't have 10 of me like they have of you.
that's right.
Look at him. Oh.
Are you a Malanafi? I can spot you a mile away.
I don't even think y'all look, well, you look some alike.
Yeah.
And there's some features,
Sure.
sometimes some
Well, we always had that
mannerisms.
crew cut, you know, when Malanafi's got a haircut, you know, we always had the ears pop out, and, you know, and the crew cut. Or we come to school with a hat on.
Is that why you won't
must have got their haircuts because they're all wearing hats.
Is that why you won't get it cut now?
No, I'm just lazy.
You heard it here.
It's not too bad. You can't see it back there.
Oh, I can see
Still
it.
got the rock and roll in
You
me.
can't see it right now
I know.
because you just put it back. But
put it
it's
back
usually
behind
sticking
yours.
straight out or straight up, which is pretty funny. Which mine is too. I get a little wing.
You look
back
beautiful.
there.
You always
See
look
my
good.
little wing. You look beautiful too, honey. You just need a haircut.
Well, don't
I
pick
need
on me because I'm
I
still
need a
praying to the
facelift.
Lord.
I'm not picking on you for that. I'm picking on you because you're not getting a haircut. I'm just teasing.
So,
So, you bored here?
No,
You can tell when
that's
he's
a
getting
good one.
bored. He starts looking around.
well, it's getting around that time where we want people to subscribe to us.
We do?
Yeah, come
that'd
on.
be nice.
Let's have a few more.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
nice. You talked about going live. We can
Oh,
go
yeah.
live?
We were thinking going live on YouTube. Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Would you join us if we
Yeah.
went live?
Would you watch our show?
Would you talk to us?
And then this way they can chat at the same time, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You could ask us questions.
I don't know how we're going to do that, but we'll have to,
Well, that's why that's up to
you.
you.
YouTube it or Google it.
We'll
you know.
YouTube it. We'll YouTube how you YouTube. Right? Isn't
Yeah,
that what we do?
that's exactly how
Yeah.
we do it. Yeah. Check it up. Do some research.
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 We'll do some research
Whistle
on
that
this.
one. Do
And
some
we'll
research.
get some live going.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Let us know if you think that would be fun. If
Yeah.
you join us. What times are good?
Yeah. What
Mark
time?
likes to get up really early in the morning.
You know, like about 11.
He got up today at 10. I mean, this is a sleeping in day, and he got
you
up
too.
at 10.
Your day off.
I was up at 7:30, I think.
Yeah.
Again, well, the dog was going crazy, and you weren't moving.
I didn't hear the dog.
I bet you didn't.
Tomorrow you're going to be up at what, 5?
Yeah, I work at 6
You're going
tomorrow
to be up
morning.
before that rooster crows.
Yep.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, but you have to be halfway awake in case the
Yeah,
dogs
I know.
make noise, because I can't have noisy dogs when I'm working.
That's right. That's right. And I got to get Andy up, right?
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
All right. So
Andy was just in a play. We just came back from her play.
Yeah.
She was in a Game of Tiaras. It was her last play.
It was cute. Senior year high school.
Senior
yeah,
year.
right.
Senior year. So it was her last play of her high
Very
school
pretty.
career.
I'll pop a picture in there for you.
Pop a picture.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this on the podcast, you'll have to watch it on the YouTube to see this picture.
Yeah,
Andy did a good job. She
did.
was a star.
of course.
Of course. Yeah.
Not that we're biased, because we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and
Yes.
wait for another podcast, video podcast.
And rejoice in your persecution.
Amen. Because he's watching. He'll take care of you. Don't worry about
Or,
it.
just don't worry about it. That's what Mark says.
He'll take care of it. All right.
I love you, honey.
Love you.